Yes, Uncle One.
Yes, we are live on YouTube. We wait for a few more minutes, 1 or 2, and then start. Jagdish bhai, Jagdish, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
We're talking about computers, no? So we have a group called CMIC in our IAP, that is Computer and Medical Informatics chapter of IAP. And
Okay, yeah, we have
Baroda
separate chapter for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since long. Sanjeev bhai had been the chairperson of that group. I have been chairperson of that group long back. Now Dr. Samir is a pediatrician. He is heading that group. And we have come out with a module called Smart Practice by Digitalization. So we are conducting a workshop during our Gujarat State Conference. One workshop already has been done at Hyderabad during their conference. So we try to sort of make sensitize people about how we can use the information technology for the best in our practice to improve our practice. So that has been our a very long-standing mission, and we have been doing it quite effectively.
Yeah.
So good morning. Welcome back to Saturday Club morning meeting. And today we have with us Dr. Sanjeev Goel. He's a very well-known speaker for our club. He has been with us as a guest speaker several times in the past. And most of you must be knowing that he is a, I would say, computer wizard or a very good user of computers and information technology. His areas of he basically is a pediatrician practicing in Vadodara for a long time. He's also director of one of the very famous children's hospital called Asidwat Super Speciality Children Hospital. His areas of interest are digitalization, electronic gadgets, use of computers in administration, creating SOPs, online finance management, etc. And he has held many positions. Currently, he is a member executive board of Non-Communicable Disease Prevention Academy of IAP. And in the past, he has held several positions like advisor for electronic media to Indian Pediatrics, the official journal of Indian Academy of Pediatrics. He was chairperson of Computer and Medical Informatics chapter of IAP. He was national convener for Avoid Antibiotic Abuse program way back in 2014. And he was also president of Academy of Pediatrics, Gujarat. So with this brief introduction, I request Dr. Sanjeev Goel to tell us about our digital identity, our window to the world. So over to Sanjeev bhai.
Thank you, Satish bhai, for inviting me here. And at a very short notice, I could manage to give this presentation. In fact, to be very honest, I had this presentation, but I did some modifications and I could make it. And I hope it is up to the point. If I can drive home a few points, I think that my talk would be worth. So thank you, the Saturday Club. And I am really amazed at the capacity at which you work so sincerely and for such a long time.
Thank you.
You are the Sachin Tendulkar of in all the activities which you undertake, and for a long time. I am a 20-20 batsman. I play and then I get out, and then I don't. I am not seen, but it is really amazing that how you have been contributing to IAP, CMIC, management associations, IMA, and whatnot. And besides that, the singing and other things. Really, again, thank you for inviting me here.
Thank you so much.
And I'll start my talk, digital identity. I'll share the screen now, Satish bhai.
Yes, please.
So, I am Dr. Satish Pandya. Now you would be wondering why I am calling myself Satish Pandya. And I think this is very common on Facebook and other things. We hear of so many things. See, I have stopped my video, and unless you know my voice is of Satish Pandya, you would not know whether I am really Satish Pandya or not Satish Pandya. So that is so important, our identity, because identity stealing is very common. And I'll give you one clue whether I am Satish Pandya or not, because most of the people here know Satish Pandya. So now you can see that I am not Satish Pandya. Okay, those who know who Satish Pandya is by face. So are you really who you claim to be? So that is what you will learn today. So your digital identity is your window to the world. You cannot enter anywhere without your digital identity. Today I was trying to sign up somewhere. It will ask me my Aadhaar number, it will ask me my OTP, it will ensure that what information I am giving really belongs to me, or I am really Dr. Sanjeev Goyal and not Dr. Satish Pandya. So that is the importance of digital identity. Identity is very common. You must have seen, you go to hotel as a routine, they will ask you to give your I card. So you give your I card to someone, the person who is sitting there. Have you ever seen he has seen your face? I don't think he has seen your face. As a protocol, he will put the I card in a photocopy machine. He will take the scan and give the identity card back to you. So you can always barge in without having your identity, and there is no way he can check your identity. I mean, recently in the parliament, you must have seen that in spite of such a security, they could enter, and just because they had some identity later on, they could be traced. So that is the importance of digital identity. And you could recognize me because it is a small group, and you all know Satish Pandya by face. But in case I go out and pose myself as Dr. Satish Pandya, doing some changes in my physical identities like I card, like driving license or something, there is no way you can find out who I am. So that is the importance of digital identity. So this Dr. Satish Bhai has already said. So my conflict of interest, just a second, I'll just put this screen down so that it does not obstruct me. Just a second.
We are able to see it well, Sanjeev bhai. The slide is...
Only thing this is okay. Anyway, this is
your toolbar must be coming in the way. I think you can drag it and keep on dragging it right or left, and you will be able to see your slide well.
That is what I'm trying.
That's the problem with Zoom.
Hide video panel. Okay. Oh, just a second. Okay, anyway, I'll just continue with this. So, conflict of interest is pleasure which I derive from sharing knowledge. That is the only conflict of interest. And knowledge is gained while preparing this talk. Otherwise, there is no conflict of interest. And just a second. Why I'm not able to... Can you just guide me how to...
What is happening? We are able to see your screen well.
No, you are able to see, but on the top...
there is that toolbar which is obstructing the slide.
Yes. So can you
try to drag it on right or left, and you will be able to. You will have to keep doing that because that's the problem we all encounter.
No, but this, just a second. Okay. I could do that. Okay. So disclaimer is the knowledge shared is from my personal experience and by studying material from internet and YouTube. The information shared is not for legal purpose, and you are requested to verify before going ahead. And please share the corrected information, if any, on goelsanjeev@gmail.com. So like what I was talking about is, what is your demographic identity? Everyone has some identity. It is your name, only name cannot be your demographic identity. Like if you see, there will be so many DK Patel, DK Patel, DK Patel, DK Patel, thousands of them. If you go to North, they do not write down father's name, so they just write down short names. So if my name is Sanjeev Kumar Goyal, so there'll be SK Goyal, hundreds of them if you are crossing a street. So your name, just your name cannot be your identity. So when you mix your or support your name with your age or date of birth, then you can be more accurate that yes, this name and this date of birth is a combination of say Sanjeev Goyal. But still, there can be many Sanjeev Goyal with the same date of birth. Gender. Then when name, age and gender are combined, then we know we are more authentic about the identity of that person. Then place of birth. So there'll be many, still there can be many persons with the same name, with the same place of birth, especially where the surname is very common, like Patel or Shah. Address, father, spouse name, mobile number and email ID. So if you combine all this, then it is likely that you are the same person whom you are talking about. You can say that I cannot be Satish Pandey because my age and his age will not match. Gender, of course, will match. My place of birth and his place of birth will not match. And our addresses will not match. So when we have this combination, so we are more sure that yes, it is my identity. And of course, with now unique mobile number and email ID, it is becoming more certain. So this is all a demographic identity. Still, if I have all these places, if I hack your mobile or your email, I can still pose as someone else. So the identity cards which we have, like driving license, passport, election card, they were all based on your demographic identity. So they do not check your other identity. Now, what is your biometric identity? They are the biological measurement of physical characteristics that can be used to identify individuals. They can be fingerprint mapping, retina scans, facial recognition. Of course, voice recognition and heart rate sensors, they are also there, but normally they are not used. So normally what is used is fingerprint, retinal scans, face. You would have seen that wherever we go, our fingerprinting, we are all aware that how fingerprinting is opening the gates of ICU, how with fingerprint we can give our, we can have our attendance. So these are all the biometric identity. So what is a digital identity? It is a combination of demographic identity with biometric identity and providing a unique number. Like I have my age, my gender, date of birth, and when if I combine it with my fingerprints and my face and my iris, then it becomes my digital identity. And now what government has done is it has provided me a unique number. So that number is associated with my demographic and my biometric identity. So this is Aadhaar. This is very common. I was talking to Satish Bhai or I was talking to someone that I cannot do anything without having, without verifying my identity, and how it is possible with the help of Aadhaar. It is a wonderful thing done by government, and it is easy to verify yourself digitally. Today morning only I was trying to sign up somewhere, but I was not able to sign because I needed my Aadhaar and OTP. So once you have your Aadhaar number and OTP is generated on your mobile number, which only you can have. Once you prove that, then only you can prove that yes, you are that particular person. So Aadhaar is your digital identity. It is a 12-digit unique identity number. And this 12-digit is also, it is not in sequence. It is not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is, it is very randomly done. So this is how your Aadhaar number is based. It is a combination of your demographic identity and biometric identity. You will be surprised to know, I think you will not be surprised, but you should know that Unique Identification Authority of India was created to issue Unique Identification Number UID, also known as Aadhaar, to all residents of India. And it was launched almost 15 years back on 28 January 2019. And as on 31st January 23, that was almost 11 months back. After that, the data is not available. The authority has issued 137.9 crore, almost 99% of population Aadhaar numbers to residents of India. So I think we should all be proud of our digital India. So Aadhaar is known as UIDAI ID or UIDAI number. And it is the Aadhaar is the world's largest biometric ID system. You should know when you are, there are lots of issues which come to our mind, and government is also trying to dispel those myths that Aadhaar is collecting only some information. Many of the informations are not collected. So what information is captured by Aadhaar? The demographic, name, date of birth or declared age. So initially the date of birth was not mentioned. If you see some of the old Aadhaars, in that only age or year of birth is mentioned. But now name, date of birth, address, relationship status, mobile number is again optional, but now it is almost compulsory. Email. It captures your biometrics, 10 fingerprints, 2 iris scans and facial photographs. So this is what the information which is collected by Aadhaar. Data which is not collected by Aadhaar is your caste, your religion, your income, your health and geography. So this is all which is collected by Aadhaar to give you a digital identity. So remember that it is only a proof of identity and it does not confer any right of citizenship or domicile. So the requirement for Aadhaar is that you should have stayed in India for more than 180 days, more than 181 days. If you have not stayed in India for more than 181 days, you are not eligible for Aadhaar. So, and the citizens of other countries, if they stay in India, I was talking to one Aadhaar authority that he said that it is just to prove that you have stayed in India for more than 181 days. Even a Pakistani can have a Aadhaar if he has stayed and if he can prove that he is in India for more than 180 days. So, and Aadhaar, you would be surprised to know now it is no longer considered as identity in many of the in the northeastern states. They will ask for your election card. Election card is more authentic than Aadhaar as far as your identity of a citizenship is concerned. Because as a citizen, you can have election card, or as a NRI or as a non-citizen of India, you can have an Aadhaar card, but not an election card. Because if you are not a citizen of India, you are not liable. You cannot vote. So this is just extra information which I am trying to share. You cannot buy agricultural land in India if you are not a citizen of India, and you cannot have an election card if you are not a citizen of India. So Aadhaar is only a proof of identity. It does not confer any right of citizenship or domicile. So, we all keep on changing. Our fingerprints also, or our face also keeps on changing. This Aadhaar was started in 2014, so almost 9-10 years now. It was 15 years back, sorry. It was 15 years back, 2009 it started. So now, ideally what should be, our faces change, and now you will realize when I go up into the presentation that everything is based on your face. You can do so many things with just showing your face, which is connected to your Aadhaar. So it is better that you keep on updating your biometric information in the Aadhaar. What is recommended is if the Aadhaar is made at less than 5 years, then the child should be re-enrolled when the child attains age of 5 years. So if it is less than 5 years, at 5 years, the biometric information has to be updated. If the age at the making of Aadhaar was between 5 and 15 years, then all the information, biometric information should be updated at the age of 15 years. If the age was more than 15 years, I think we all fall in that category. It is recommended to update our biometric data every 10 years. So we should go to the Aadhaar center and update our fingerprint, iris, and face. So that is recommended for all of us. And of course, if there are any accidents or if there are authentication failures, then we are supposed to update the Aadhaar. What are the advantages of Aadhaar? Why I'm talking of Aadhaar in my digital identity talk is because in India, our digital identity is linked to Aadhaar. Okay, Aadhaar has our fingerprints, our face, our iris, and our means demographic information. So Aadhaar information is identity cannot be duplicated. If you go to, when you go to take Aadhaar, it will take 15 or 20 days to get your Aadhaar card, the new Aadhaar. Means those who are submitting their Aadhaar card now. Why it is done? Because the identity cannot be duplicated. They will check all the finger scans of all the 140 crore people, and then only they will authenticate, yes, you are a different person. So it cannot be duplicated. Aadhaar card is linked to ration card, so no bogus ration cards. I was talking to a friend of mine previously. There were so many bogus ration card. You could open a ration card in name of XYZ person, and now the card is linked to your Aadhaar card, Aadhaar number. So once you have taken a ration card, then it cannot be duplicated. And you know that India is giving so much of subsidy, and government is losing so much money on giving subsidy. So if there are more ration cards, so there will be a lot of pilferage in the government system. So this is one advantage of Aadhaar. Then unique number, unique ration card. It is useful in giving government schemes. It was used in COVID times. You all know that how it was used. And it is linked to PAN, so all transactions can be tracked. So what is the impact of digital ID? It has numerous impacts on society, individuals, and nations. One of the most significant impacts is on privacy. And it is used to track individuals' online activities. It can gather information about their interests, behaviors, and preferences. And government can monitor their activities for financial transactions, security, or law enforcement purposes. We all know that we all need Aadhaar number or our digital ID to open bank accounts. Without digital identity, we cannot open bank accounts. We get driving license and many government cards online without need for paperwork. We can get mobile connections. You go somewhere, you just put your fingerprint and you give your Aadhaar number, you get OTP and you get a SIM card because your identity is already identified in this system. So you don't need anything else, just your fingerprint or your face, which is your digital identity, which is unique, and they get all the information and everything is given. You can get insurances, you can open demat accounts, you can buy insurance. With digital identity, I don't know how many of you have tried. You can carry your credit card in your mobile. In iPhone, it can be in Apple Wallet and in other Samsung Wallet. So you just enter all the details of your credit card in the phone, and then you can use your phone without having to carry the credit card. I was talking about digital ID face recognition. So your face is very unique. You are unique. Your fingerprints are unique. So just offline that because you are unique, you should not compare yourself, because even your face is so unique that it cannot be copied by anyone else. I'm not sure about the artificial intelligence now, but as of now, your face cannot be copied and the computer will be very sure that it is your face only. So, and because of this, phones can be unlocked. You can check in the airports. You can open house doors. You can open accounts. You must have seen that in the Google Photos. You can group your photos based on your face recognition. So unique you are. So you should be proud of your uniqueness. तेरे चेहरे में वो जादू है. With your face, you can open so many things. This we all are using that with face, you can open your mobile. This is all digital identity. You can enter airports. This has also become now common. I'll share a few things about this. You can enter into airport without having to show your IDs, because face is your unique ID. You can open account. You can open so many doors of your house or your clinic or your NICU or PICU. Now there are cars where you don't have to carry your keys and you can open your car just with your facial recognition. And of course, the cars have become keyless. You don't have to insert the key to start the ignition. Only your key has to be somewhere nearby. Uh, the other thing is that in future you can open your car just with your face. I'll spend a few minutes because we all travel a lot, and I'm not sure whether you know about Digi Yatra or not, but I think it is worth knowing if you are traveling by air in India. It is a contactless air travel solution. It is used in check-in at airports. It can scan your boarding pass on Digi Yatra e-gate. You have to just look into the camera and get your face scanned, and you can just walk in. The e-gate will open to let you inside the terminal. Can I ask how many of you are using Digi Yatra app?
I am using.
You are using.
But it's limited only to few airports. It's not
exactly. That is what I am coming to. So, but at least one should be aware that it is one of the, because we all have digital identity, so these type of systems are popular. So this is just a demo of how digital identity can be used in future also. So the benefits are the passenger need not show boarding pass or ID at multiple checkpoints, minimal human intervention, less queuing time. The security is enhanced and the system will match the passenger with the PNR only. Only if you have the boarding pass of the flight which is originating from that airport, then only you can enter inside the airport with your digital means Digi Yatra app. So this is something about Digi Yatra app. This faster movement to boarding gates, hassle-free travel, face recognition technology, dedicated gates, contactless entry. Digi Yatra is having, these are the airports, Satish bhai, which are having Digi Yatra as of now. Bengaluru, Delhi, Varanasi, they were in the first phase. Now Hyderabad, Kolkata, Vijayawada and Pune have been added. And they are trying to slowly, see, we should be aware about this. And I think these are most of the commonly traveled airports. And in future, this is going to come to all the airports. And the way technology is growing, I think that day is not far where everyone will have, all the airports will have this. So this is the app which you can download. You can, as I told you, you cannot have, I cannot have the identity of anyone else. I need to configure it with my Aadhaar number. They will ask you Aadhaar number. They will check your Aadhaar number. Another thing which I would like to share with you is now Aadhaar number, there are lots of frauds. So what they have done is now they have made masked Aadhaar number. Here also you can see that my Aadhaar number, even if I share this slide, you will see only the last 4 digits. And even the physical copies these days, they can ask, you give your masked Aadhaar. So first 8 digits are, they have kept blank. Only the last 4 digits are there, which can be seen. Okay. And you can have option of masked Aadhaar. And there is another option, you can have a different number of Aadhaar, which you can have. So Aadhaar, they are trying to, because your digital identity is very important, it can open your window to the world. So if someone has your digital identity, then I think you are doomed. Only thing is that you have your face, which no one else can take, and then you may be a little safe. But now what they are trying to do is they are not giving all the 12 digits. Previously, they were giving all the 12 digits. Now, if you download the Aadhaar, they will give only the last 4 digits. Okay, so here also you can see that in the Aadhaar details only last 4 digits are given. So once you enter this, so what happens is that once you are verified, your face is verified, then before entering the airport or when your flight is there, you upload a PDF of your boarding pass on Digi Yatra, and when you enter the airport, there is a separate queue and separate gates for Digi Yatra. So you just walk through. No one will ask you anything. You have just to show your boarding card or not show also. You have to scan your boarding pass and gates will open automatically. So that is the advantage of Digi Yatra. It is just one window to the airport, but as I told you, it is window to the world. This is a little funny that if you are, we are all scared of giving house on rent because we are sure that the tenant, or we are not sure whether the tenant will uh, go away when we want. So you can install these, face ID or digital locks in your houses when you are giving on rent. So in case they are not, they overstay of it to give rent, then you can lock those devices and that fellow will be so irritated. Then he'll be. So this is just in a lighter way. So in pipeline, there is a single ID to link all the IDs. And the future is chip card implant. So what I meant to say is that now again we have so many IDs, we have to remember so many passwords. So what they are planning to do is they will have just single ID and all the IDs will be linked. Future is chip card implant. It is already done in Sweden. So what happens is this chip card is your identity. It is your digital identity. It is implanted somewhere in your forearm or some part of your body, and then you can scan it, and that is your digital identity. You don't even have to carry your mobile. You just show your hand like this, and you are recognized in, and you are letting go. So in future of digital ID is one world, one digital ID. So it will be so simple that you have your face or you have your chip implanted in your hand or you have some identity in your mobile and you are going anywhere in the world. Now we are becoming world tour. We tour a lot. So whenever we are touring somewhere, we don't have to show our identity. Our face or our chip or our mobile itself is the identity. And so many frauds can be saved, so many hassles can be avoided. When I am talking about digital identity, please remember, I have seen this. So many people are facing this problem. See, you cannot prove your digital identity unless your name is same everywhere. Previously, you could not, many of the people cannot link their PAN with Aadhaar because there is a mismatch in the name in the Aadhaar and in the PAN and so many other documents. So it is very important that you do this today or you start doing this today if your name is different, because ultimately it will all boil down to having perfect name and perfect digital ID. So previously my real name is Sanjeev Goel. In North India we do not write the middle name. Initially in my documents, you remember that I remember that when this thing was started, I went to enroll my name in my mobile because my mobile number I had taken somewhere in the year 2000, in the early times. And in 2007 or 8, when I went to change my name, I discovered that my name was somewhere written as Yusuf Bhai Wallabhai Pathan or something, because that time there was no authority and mobile number, anyone could get the mobile number by anyone's name. And now it is very important that you have your perfect name. See, my name was Sanjeev Goel, spelling was wrong. Sanjeev R. Goel, my father's initial. Sanjeev Ramkrishna Das Goel, Sanjeev Bhai Goel. In Gujarat, we write down Bhai. So Sanjeev Bhai Goel. Somewhere they write down Sanjeev Kumar Goel, S.R. Goel. So these were my names in different documents. So what I did was, now my only name is Sanjeev Goel, and my only name is Sanjeev Goel, and I have a unique ID, my Aadhaar card number. So everyone knows that this name is as per my Aadhaar. So I have my same name in my Aadhaar card, passport, PAN card, bank account, driving license, vehicles, motor insurance, life insurance, IMA, medical councils, mobile. You know why this is important is, recently I shifted my residence and I had to update my address in almost 50 places, including IMA associations, all these things which I have mentioned. And I realized that many places, if you have your Aadhaar number and you can have OTP generated, then automatically address is updated. Whether it is your bank accounts, bank account, it is very simple. If your name is same and your Aadhaar number is there, and it will pick up the address from your Aadhaar. So once you update your address in Aadhaar, every other information or every other place, the same information can be shared without having to change in any other place. So that is why it is important that you have the same name in all your documents. Otherwise, in future, it may create some problem. And why, why eKYC is there? eKYC is a process of electronically verifying the customer's credentials. You would see that every 3 months or 4 months or every year or every 2 years, the bank is asking for eKYC. And without eKYC, you cannot do anything. So they will always verify your photograph, they will verify your mobile number, they will verify email, and they will verify all your address. So, and this how eKYC is obtained. It is a paperless process. You can prove your identity either by the OTP which is generated based on your Aadhaar or by your fingerprint or your face. So it is also known as Aadhaar as the identity is verified electronically. And the service provider, in the backhand, the access of all our information is with many associations. It is with the banks, it is with the insurance companies. Not exactly they can see the information, but they can retrieve the information based on your Aadhaar number. You'll be surprised to know that recently I updated my address in Bajaj Assurance India Limited. I had one policy there. So there is an option that by WhatsApp you just send your Aadhaar number and you click on update my address, and then one OTP will be generated. And within 2 minutes, I got the new policy with my new address printed on it. So, this is the importance of your unique Aadhaar. This is importance of your digital identity, and it has made life very simple. And all these agencies in the background, they have your Aadhaar, or they are having sync with the Aadhaar UID. This I already told you that types of Aadhaar verification can be using your biometrics. You have to provide your 12-digit Aadhaar number along with biometrics as a fingerprint or iris scan. You would know that the person, he will go to ration card, he does not have to give anything, he has just to put his finger and he can get his ration. So this is eKYC, and OTP also, as I already told you. Another thing which you should know about your digital identity is nowadays they don't accept your photocopy of your Aadhaar card because that is not valid, and because you can change the Aadhaar card online easily. Like I have old Aadhaar with my old address, and I have new Aadhaar with my new address because I don't have to submit my older physical copy. So now what they do is they will ask to download the latest Aadhaar from the website of this thing for any document. Homework for you is you should change KYC, make a list of documents where change is required, check whether it can be done online or by email. Online can be Aadhaar based or OTP based. Online can be online application and then physical form sending. Some places only offline. Changes in KYC, Aadhaar address can be online, email, mobile, biometric by visiting the center. PAN can be done online, election card can be done online, bank accounts online and some offline, insurance company, email and online, association, email and offline. I am happy to know that all my addresses were changed in most of the associations by sending emails. I need not send the official document. Passport, you have to have online application and visit to passport office. Mutual funds is still offline, you cannot change online, but they are trying to make it online. Vehicle registration can be online, mobile can be online and on email. And what they are planning to do now is if you have one change in Aadhaar, then everything will change in all the documents. But that is the future. This I already told you. It is recommended to change the details in all the possible documents for any change in address, email or mobile. It is very important that you have your email and mobile number updated in every place. So take home message is keep updated with latest technology, keep same name in all documents, keep email, mobile and address updated in all documents, and use update biometrics. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjeev. It was wonderful and very useful information. And you have always been in the front whenever these things happen. I very vividly remember you giving talks on e-transactions when that demonetization occurred. And you gave talks at many places about how to go digital as transactions are concerned. Now, I'm sure there must be many questions, but I will first ask one or two questions which are bothering me. You are asking to change name and it's a reality, I know, but how hassle-some it is, how difficult it is, and how long does it take?
Satish bhai, everything is very simple. You have to just identify what you have to do. Today only I was reading a book 10x. You have to upgrade your thinking process and you have to upgrade your skills to 10x times. Then you can do the things. See, once you know what you have to do, then it is very simple. Only thing we are afraid that it will take a lot of time. It is a big hassle. That is the only, not drawback, but that is the only way, that is the only hurdle which we have to cross. We have to, suppose you want to do anything, it will be done automatically. And it is, see, within less than, recently I had I'm giving you practical experience, I'm not talking theory. I had two issues. One, I changed my address. So within less than 30 days, everywhere it was updated, all the places. And another thing is, my father expired, so I had to do all the nominations and everything. That was completed in less than 15 days, everything. So, things are very simple. You can take maximum 2 to 4 weeks, everything can be done, everywhere.
Good to know. Now, what is the risk? I mean, a lot of agencies ask for your identity and most of them ask for Aadhaar. So what are the risks involved in sharing your identity in terms of frauds which happen, across?
So, Satish bhai, as I already told you, government is looking into it and now they give you mask Aadhaar. So what you can do is you can download your Aadhaar and they can be a dummy number also officially which you can download from the website. So what you can, on that you can tick on mask Aadhaar. So as I told you, see, if someone has to hack your information, they should have your mobile also or the OTP, because no information is given from Aadhaar. And another thing, if you are very choosy about it, you can lock your Aadhaar also. But then that is a hassle, Once I had logged my biometric there, I was not able to use it anyway. But it is very safe. See, it is less than the incidence of accidents which happen in a place when you are traveling. So it is very safe. You have to take precautions.
Okay. So Dr. Jagdish is ready with some questions and comments. He's another digital person in our academy. So
He's on mute. He is mute.
Then, yeah, Jagdish.
Yes, sir. As usual, I also join Dr. Sanjeev's fan club. This is the second time I'm hearing him, and on the same topic, but this has been totally changed. So I was thinking in the morning, ये तो सुना है, लेकिन अभी वापस सुनने में और भी मजा आया.
That is what Satish bhai told me about 2-3 days back. I think 4 days back probably.
Good.
And then I thought, let me change this and then total go to something else. So that is how I changed.
Yeah, good. Only one small clarification, Sanjeev bhai, that is now the government is issuing also what is called as e-Aadhaar.
Right.
So what is advantage of e-Aadhaar over regular Aadhaar?
I think as I understand, e-Aadhaar is, I'm not very sure, but e-Aadhaar is probably what they are trying to say is previously you used to carry your Aadhaar physically, but e-Aadhaar, what they are saying is now you can have, a mobile also, DigiLocker. If you show that, that itself is your identity, and that is a valid identity, e-Aadhaar. That is what I
You
understand.
get a different kind of Aadhaar. Indeed, DigiLocker, if you search for your Aadhaar, it will give a little different kind of Aadhaar, which works in the airport also.
Exactly. Previously, even the traffic police and others, they were not accepting your Aadhaar in your mobile or in your DigiLocker. But now they are accepting as a valid, means the valid document.
In fact, even the e-Aadhaar, they're issuing cards, which is very strange. They charge you 50 rupees, but they issue a card for you on e-Aadhaar.
This you can, e-Aadhaar, you mean the number is same or the number is different? Aadhaar
I don't know. I've applied for it. It has not yet come. So,
So what you are talking about is a card Aadhaar, if I am not mistaken. You can have n number of Aadhaar cards by paying 50 rupees and it comes very fast. It is just like a PAN card and you get an Aadhaar card. And I think most of us, the original Aadhaar is a paper laminated card which is on both sides, but this is just like a small iCard and this is just like a PAN card.
Yeah, I was a bit confused because they had named it as e-Aadhaar card. So I was wondering what is e-Aadhaar card? Separate.
I think it must be same. If there is anything, I'll share with the group.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So any other questions? Or
why biometric is necessary to change in Aadhaar and how often it needs to be changed?
Sir, biometric, as I told you, the face keeps on changing. You would have seen in Google Photos if you are using. After some time, it will ask whether this face is similar to this face. So the face keeps on changing. So, and everything is linked to our face. So it is recommended that we go to the Aadhaar center, we give our information and we change the biometric every 10 years. So it is recommended every 10 years.
Sanjeev, this may not be related to this, but as people age, their signature also changes. So is there any digital way of verifying? I mean, how do the banks deal with this?
See, you like my father, when he was bedridden, his signature had changed completely. So you can go to the bank and it is an offline process. So what they do is they will, you have to sign in front of them. The bank manager will authenticate that signature and that signature goes to the database of the bank and it can be updated. Because you require, see, nowadays not many people are writing checks, but wherever checks are being written, it is an offline process and it is very simple. You just get the form from the bank and the manager has to authenticate that the same person has signed in his presence. And it is simple. It can be done.
So I think there are no more questions. So we end the session here. Thank you, Sanjeev bhai, once again for coming to us at a very short notice with such a beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you all. We meet next again.
Thank you.
Thank you.